Today's news, SNL Korea female cast criticized for inappropriately touching B1A4 and Infinite.
Check this out. This painting is titled Water Drops. Steph sold it yesterday evening. Congratulations.
Thank you. I really love this one.
They make great Christmas gifts, you guys. Click the link at the top of the description box. See all her paintings. A very complex situation happened recently on the set of Saturday Night Live Korea with 3 K-pop groups, B1A4, Infinite, and Block B. There is video evidence of all 3 groups' members receiving punches or touches in the crotch area by surprise from the female members, cast members of SNL Korea. There is really so much to cover here. I don't know if we're gonna get to all of it in this video, so I apologize in advance if we didn't talk about a specific thing that you were thinking, but please comment below your reaction to this in general, even before seeing this video if you like. I have a lot I wanna say, but would you like to say something first?
First off, yes, I am triggered by this. I think that this is awful. I think that they should totally apologize. This is wrong on every level. And if you are triggered, I apologize because this is just not okay.
Lee Se-young, which is one of the cast members of SNL Korea, did make an apology. I don't know why she's the one making an apology. Is she the one that coordinated this in the first place?
I don't know, but clearly this was premeditated. You can say good people do bad things and that this is a bad thing to do and that they're all good people, but this was premeditated. They thought about this, they organized this, and I've read things where they said that this happens to all the male cast members that go to Saturday Night Live Korea, which, if this is the case, this needs to stop. In fact, this should have stopped a long time ago. This should have never happened in the first place.
Please forgive me for saying this, but I think this is very clear evidence of how, in the mindset of traditional Korea is a little bit behind the West in terms of sexual harassment enforcement within the workplace. This is clear evidence of that, and I'm not the spokesperson for this sort of thing, saying whether it is evidence or not evidence. It's just my own personal experience that, having been there for so long, both of us, we did see evidence of different things that showed how immature Korean society can be sometimes, and this is one of those cases. Sexual harassment, yes. Is it bad sexual harassment? It's pretty bad, but I'm gonna get to that in a second.
This is not the first controversy that SNL Korea has faced. One of the biggest controversies that has been ongoing over the years is their use of blackface, which they have done on multiple occasions and has faced backlash from on multiple occasions.
Mostly the international community, but although that is not sexual harassment, that is definitely indeed controversial.
And they've also done other things, including a skit on Korean adoptees returning home that got the Korean public riled up. For just an example, one specific example, star Eric Nam actually went on SNL Korea and refused to do some skits that they wanted him to do because they wanted him to dress up as Gandhi and do a mockery of Gandhi, and they also wanted him to do a mockery of Hang Suk-chun, who is a very prominent homosexual man in Korea.
Is Eric Nam born and raised in LA?
I believe so.
See, that's probably why he stands up to what normally a Korean wouldn't be able to stand up to and say, no, I don't want to do that. I watched all 3 videos very carefully. In the Block B video, they're all standing against a wall or close to a wall, and then there's a group of people surrounding them, and then there's a person with a camera, which is the feed that you're watching in the video, standing behind those people. There's a little bit of an introduction, and then the guy says something, and he unleashes the girls onto the boys. They're in front of them for about 10 or 12 seconds, trying to touch them, however they're trying to do it. And I don't know the Block B members too well to know which one is really bothered by it, but the one with the red hair standing in the middle is in complete shock that someone is trying to touch his private area, and he's really not happy at all. Like, once he sees what's going on, he's all sorts of not comfortable at that point. And the rest of them, I don't even know. Who knows what any of them are really thinking, but I just kind of zeroed in on the one that seemed to be the most pushed, like, to his mental limit by something that just was not comfortable.
Of course it wasn't comfortable, because it's his body and he should have autonomy over his body and people touching it. It's not right. Yeah, maybe some of them were composed in front of the camera because there's a camera and they're trying to be professional about everything, but this is not professional. This is not okay. Nobody should be touching anybody without their permission. It's just wrong on so many levels. And I think that we have this thing in society where we're like, oh, they're guys, they should be okay with it.
Right.
And that is wrong. We have this double standard where it's like, oh, and this is what's getting the Korean public actually, is there's this double standard where if this was actually happening to the girls, they would be getting sued. But because this is happening to the guys, they're expected to laugh it off and brush it off and pretend that it doesn't bother them. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It bothered them deeply, but it bothered all of them in slightly different ways. If you watch the B1A4 video, whoever's standing there, he's got brighter red hair and the white shirt, like he is just shocked. His jaw is down and he's looking over one of the other members like, can you actually believe that this happened? I cannot. So he's definitely not happy with it. I mean, I don't think any of them were happy, but it just seemed like the girls were trying to touch him and then were celebrating afterwards. And that dynamic is really strange.
It's infuriating.
There's a lot of aspects to this that I don't like, but one of the things that sticks out to me is that it's such a surprise. Like they're sprung on and the girls attack them. And how are they supposed to act? They're supposed to cover their balls and then the girls will go away? I mean, is it just supposed to be one touch or two touches? Or like, what is it that they're actually trying to accomplish? Is this sort of like hazing or initiation to be on SNL Korea's like broadcast? Like this is what you go through before you go on stage or you go in front of the cameras? I don't really understand the purpose.
From what I've read, it is kind of a hazing ritual, but I think that it needs to be stopped. That's the kind of thing where I just can't.
All right, well, relax. It isn't the worst thing that could have happened, but it's just, this is the type of thing that when it happens, they need to now add laws on for the men, for protection of men's sexual harassment, because I think maybe on the books there, they don't have this. I mean, I don't know what the laws are, but if I had to guess, there's definitely not a law against this, or the production executive producers or whoever's in charge would not allow this. And instead, they've continued to allow it because there hasn't really been any backlash yet. And then there's a video of 3 different K-pop groups, and it looks like it's on the same night, going through the same ridiculous behavior. This is the end of that. They're never gonna do this again.
It's not funny. It's just not funny. Like, I get it, SNL Korea, and this is not the first time that something that's sexually harassing has happened in comedy, or in the name of comedy in Korea. In fact, very famous comedian Lee Guk-joo has been caught doing things like grabbing guys by the ass, or by kissing them forcibly on stage.
I just want to say, in case you're trying to compare those two, if the guy who's acting opposite her, who you're referring to right now, is aware of the behavior that's going to happen, like it's part of the skit, that's not sexual harassment.
No.
If he knows prior to the actual filming of the whatever the little skit that they're doing, that, okay, she's gonna come up and then she's gonna do this and then she's gonna kiss you on the lips, and he's like, oh, okay, that's it. That's not sexual harassment. You can clearly see in these videos, and this is what I'm saying when I watch the videos carefully, is that they definitely didn't know this was going to happen. That's the difference here. And
yes.
I think some of the things that you might be talking about were written into skits.
Maybe.
And they still got upset, but that's not the same thing.
Well, that's the difference of consent and sexual assault.
Comments, you guys, on this one. Please let us know your reaction to seeing the videos if you did see it. What do you think of that, and how do you think moving forward Korea should stick up for the boys that were touched?
And what should happen with SNL Korea? They've only apologized to one of the groups, and that's only by one person. What should be the repercussions?
Please click the like button on this video, comments down below. Thank you so much for supporting us, and don't forget to subscribe for more HallyuBack news. That's it, we're out of here. Hasta luego!
Bye!